Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ExQueerience Points Starfinder, your favorite queer Starfinder podcast. If you love our show, we hope you'll rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you consume your podcasts. Every review brightens our day and helps new listeners to find us. We don't pay to advertise any of our podcasts on ExQueerience Points, so we hope you'll recommend us to your friends and just about anyone. If you'd like to support us, we hope you'll consider joining our Patreon. We'd be lost without our patrons. You keep our mics on and our dice rolling. We've got some great rewards, so check them out at patreon.com/ExQueeriencePoints. Keep up to date with all of our shenanigans, streams, and giveaways by following us on Twitter at EQ Points. If you want notifications for when we're streaming our episodes before they're released on the podcast feed, be sure to follow us on twitch.tv/ExQueeriencePoints. Please say hi. We love chatting with all of you. Stay tuned after the episode for some more exciting announcements.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.
Hello and welcome. This is ExQueerience Points. Starfinder. Oh no, Callie. What did you do?
I immediately broke it. I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
You can't turn off your camera ever.
Okay, this is fine. I can fix this. It's fine. Hi, I'm Kenny. My pronouns are he, they, and this is my fantastic cast. Let's start with Steph, who has Mackenzie's label. Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I'm playing Navu Paleglade, who is our Goran Scholar Solarian. My pronouns are she, her. Navu's are she, they.
Thanks, Steph. Callie, how's it going?
Great. I may have hit the stop video button instead of the mute button just a minute ago, which is what messed up all the labels. I'm
It's
Callie.
so
My pronouns are they, them, or she, her. I'm playing Isra, the jellyfish vanguard, whose pronouns are not important to them, or really even in their culture. So, go for it.
Fantastic. Thanks, Callie. Mackenzie, how's it going?
Good. My name is Mackenzie. I play Dr. Josephine Pepper, also known as Dr. Joe, and I am our human envoy icon, and both of our pronouns are she, her.
Thanks. And Calric.
Hello, I'm Kelric. I play Throny Ecos, a Witch Warper Ace Pilot Patra. Both of our pronouns are he, him, and I have a squawk companion named Shimsy, and hers are she, her.
Awesome. People really want to know, what is your accent going to be today?
I have no idea. I have none. Could go pirate, who knows?
Yar.
Yar.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Yep, that'll be great. Okay, so who wants to talk about what happened last time?
There was a lot of fighting. We fought an air elemental who was, for some unknown reason to God, immune to fire damage. And that took an entire episode. And then there was fighting an arm in a lab. And Navu... a robotic arm in a lab. Because Navu was facing off with an Akeshi named Vidak, if I remember if I'm pronouncing that correctly from my notes, who we're guessing was maybe the ringleader of the Bloodshot folks that we decimated for breaking into the museum. And yeah, he tried to pull a fast one to get past us and then gave up, and we got absolutely nothing out of him. So Yizra excised a implant from his wrist
Yes.
so that we could access his portable computer And we got a key card for a cryogenerics.
We also found out that Mama, whoever Mama is, hired everyone.
Mama was the head of the Bloodshot gang, or the Bloodshots.
Okay. And we found a ceramic onion.
Oh, I forgot about the onion. I wrote down all this stuff. Forgot about the onion.
Now, I do have a question about that.
The onion.
The onion. I do have a spell gem of Identify. Do I feel like that would work with this? Because you said a mysticism check would help.
Is it consumable? Will the spell gem go away?
I believe it will.
Sure, it does work if you want to use it.
I don't believe
It's
you.
almost
I feel
like
this
the
is a
DM wants you to get rid of it.
No. I'm helping you identify good resources that you can use to further this story.
I bet
Kenny,
you're-
the trust is gone.
It's gone. You ruined.
You're using your
Nabu's
a-hole
explosion.
voice, so it makes me nervous.
Yes.
You're like,
Rude.
absolutely. You should absolutely do that. And
I have
I'm
to
like,
keep a-hole in check, I'm
distrust.
Yes, that would absolutely help.
God, if that was Thrawny's new voice, I would die. Just no.
Me too.
I'm done. I'm out.
Just full Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello! The onion!
Ugh.
All right. So yeah, what's your choice gonna be there, buddy?
I do have mysticism. check.
Do it.
Don't listen to the Agent of
Well,
Chaos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm untrained and have +0, so I could do mysticism.
You know what?
What if I roll nat 20? I just want to see.
I know you're a liar.
Not bad.
but I'm going to do it. So,
'Kay.
yes, I will use the spell gem of Identify that I have.
Okay. So what does that look like when you use this spell gem?
So this spell gem, I feel, would be a yellow, just looks almost like a computer chip that's sparkly gold, yellow. And I would take it, and Thrawny would use some of their mystical energy to charge it in their hand, and then it would just sort of glow warmly and evaporate.
Okay.
And Onion would start to glow a similar color, and Thrawny would have an idea of whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah, so the glowing kind of encircles this onion and then comes back to your head, and it goes in through your eyes, and your eyes alight. And it's like you're seeing it with a veil pulled over from it. You can identify what it looks like, what its function is, and even its name. You know that it's an astral transponder, and it's developed to help remotely hack secure computers. It uses the transitive astral plane to discreetly transmit data to another computer in a pre-programmed location.
Navu, I think this might be something that you can work with. Here,
I was lighting a candle in real life, and I like to think that Dr. Joe's also was like, with her Playboy bunny lighter.
In the middle of a lab.
You know nothing of mysticism, so you're like, I think candles are involved.
I think candles, I have tarot, I'm ready to go.
So what, you like burn the card?
How does this work? I don't know.
But there might be a way to use this to trace back to where the information is being transmitted. And
I can certainly try and see if I can figure it out.
we also might be able to figure out what was sent.
Yes, that's really my concern right now. I mean, we don't know why they were stealing things, and obviously this suit, as they gesture to the empty tube where the Solar Scout ensemble was, or something. We don't necessarily know that it was an outfit. We don't know what was in the tube.
I'm mentally replacing Solar Scout with Sailor Scout, and I'm loving it. Sorry.
You're welcome. Which was my fault from last week.
Do we want to do this here, or do we want to try and do it on the hoopty with A-hole's help?
We don't really know what it's connected to, and honestly, I don't want to risk it hacking our systems.
As you're looking around, you do notice that the transponder was plugged into a DCI computer.
Like it had originally been there, or
No, it doesn't resemble any of the other machinery or equipment in that space. It looks like it was brought in by the Bloodshots.
This doesn't look like the produce department it belongs in.
would I be able to remove it?
I already did, I thought. Because I took it and put it in my inventory like you told me to.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
It's just like a wire running from the computer into your pocket.
All right.
Awesome.
Throny, let me see that for a moment, and Navu will disconnect it from the computer. Because remember we had discussed turning it off before. No, there was a jammer as well as the transponder.
And the jammer we haven't turned off yet because we wanted to wait till we were done questioning. So we may probably turn it off now, but...
Are you going to try to investigate the DCI computer to find out?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Kenny, you know me. That's the answer is yes.
Okay.
Would we get a bonus if we waited for Nib to show up?
We have Yzra.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Okay, I can give you a...
Yzra couldn't open the door. I don't know. I heard.
You know what?
Yzra's clearance seems really low, if you ask.
What I will do is if Yzra wants to assist, instead of the normal +2, if you're successful, you'll get a +4.
Roll
I
that
can do that.
sweet assist.
10 plus.
Should we just do your computers?
Yep.
Good luck. Not great.
Oh!
Whew. All right.
8.
Isra got demoted a few dozen times.
Well, what is Yzra's title at the DCI?
I think Isra has like told everyone that the title is like security advisor or something, but probably more akin to janitor.
So as you, Navu, as you start trying to hack into the DCI computer to find out what was going on, as soon as you press the carriage return to kind of enter your command in to try to get through those various security gates, an alarm goes off. And it starts blaring, much like the alarm that you heard earlier.
Okay. I'm going to try a different tack. Is there a way, like some systems will record every keystroke? Would I be able to see what was input into the system after they deactivated the alarm?
You can continue to try to hack the system because it's basically going to be trying to break through the original line of security to get through to see what was done inside the system. So I'll give you 2 more attempts before you're just locked out.
Oh! That looked like it was going to be a 16.
Yeah, I got excited.
12 it is.
I'm okay.
Oh my god!
Try or not. Never mind.
Oh, now one
the,
city.
the alarm becomes more insistent and starts flashing. No,
Could I walk over and be like, hold on, let me.
I mean, who would stop you?
For some reason, I have a +6 computers. Cannot tell you why. Cannot tell you where. That didn't help anything. All right.
So as you all are kind of like coming up to the keyboard, giving it your attempt, Nib comes in. What all happened?
They hacked into the system, but it's not letting us see what they did. They used this object and they hold up the transponder to copy something. And I was trying to figure out what it is, but clearly your security, while more sophisticated than I am at the moment, was not beyond their ability to hack.
Some DCI security comes in with Nib, and they get Vatic up to their feet and walk them out of the area.
Nice of them to show up now.
And Nib looks a little bewildered, but, kind of starts focusing. Okay, let me see if I can help. And Nib comes to the keyboard, and the alarm gets silenced. While she's working on the computer, does anyone want to look a little bit more into the transponder?
I do.
Okay.
I want to do a mysticism check to see if I can trace where it's going using magic.
Great.
Come on, Fantasy Grounds. Stop hating. Oh, a 21.
We do a magical star 6-9.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think since you used the identify gem, I'm gonna give it to you because you're a little bit shy of what the DC is, but that's okay. We'll give you this information. There are coordinates that you're able to pull from the data stream, so you know where the coordinates to which the stream data was going, and try to cross-reference that with a map to get an exact location.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, but also, is there a way for me to tell how much data was sent?
Nope.
Okay.
It's merely a tool.
Okay. So, what do I do for this cross-reference, or do I just give it to Navu?
Go to the infosphere. Pull up Moogle Maps. Wait, that's another property.
Is it
Quick, something
Spoogle?
Paizo.
It's Spoogle.
Spoogle Maps.
Space Google. Spoogle. That's what we've called it before, I believe.
Okay. Yep. So you can do your do a culture check, I guess.
Culture?
Yep.
Okay. I like culture. I don't have any.
Ooh.
A 10.
Your Spoogle Foo is not with you today.
But like I said, I would hand this off to Navu. So.
Okay.
I could try.
Dang.
We're not rolling well today.
The RNG
all.
does not like.
Holy crap.
Surely it'll work.
This is something that you can take 10 on, and with whatever bonuses you have, because you aren't under a ton of pressure right now, except for the alarm that's been just shut off and the hustle and bustle of people clearing bodies. You're able to determine that the data went to a location called Cryogenerics. Does this sound familiar? Yes. How does it sound familiar?
Can I take a 20 to find out?
Yeah, I mean, you, I'm not sure which one of you did, but one of you pulled a key card from Vatic's possession.
I think that was Navu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a key card for Cryogenerics.
So we have a location and a key to get into the location.
Yes.
It's gonna have us a heist.
I mean, I'm waiting on Kenny to answer my question.
I'm sorry, repeat the question. I was lost in a book.
I wanted to take a 20
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what I can find out about this company.
Okay.
Or if it is a company.
Yeah, no, you can definitely take a 20 on that. You know that's a cooling industry, so common in the burning archipelago it's almost invisible. As a result, numerous criminal organizations rely on the service to front their legal operations. Instead of money laundering, it's money cooling. Because I know you're thorough, or I know Navu's thorough, they would have also checked the infosphere. A Corona business called Meltdown Scrappers acquired Cryogenerics last year. Let's see here.
Meltdown Scrappers.
Let's hear. More than one group of security professionals among numerous independent Corona firms has marked Cryogenerics as a front operation for their bloodshots. Also, a gang called the Sirocco wants control of the warehouse.
So, wait. This is conflicting.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, I didn't know if that was intentional or the DM got confused. That sounded mean.
No, it's
well,
not.
because you just said that it's known to be to have multiple illegal fronts through this company, but then it's also known as a specific front for just this gang. And I didn't know if that dissonance was intentional or somebody misread something, and that's what I meant.
The cooling industry as a whole is so ubiquitous. It's known to be a front for criminal organizations. This one specifically, cryogenics, has been identified as likely a front for the Bloodshots.
Okay.
But it's also owned by a holding company or by a business called Meltdown Scrappers.
Okay. Because there was a lot of information. I'm like, I can't note fast enough, and now things are just melding.
And nobody else is noting. That's for sure.
What's Dr. Joe doing with all of this information?
I muted myself. I mean, I don't know if unless she's like heard about them in any way, but I don't think she'd really be familiar with them. I think she is just lighting candles and ready to go for whatever she's very much going with the flow, ready to go where the party believes. But like, I don't think I would have heard anything other than what we've garnered, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like how connected do you think Dr. Joe would be to criminal enterprise?
I mean,
I'm letting you write your own backstory, so.
I know. I think that like I think that she's not like the best person in the world, but I don't think she's like a bad person. I think she like wouldn't be getting involved in like criminal activity. So yeah, she probably doesn't know a lot, unless she like had members of certain criminal syndicates on her show to like talk about their pasts
or exes
and lead a better life, like dumb stuff like that. But yeah, she probably would not know anything.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Cool. And if anything at a certain point does jump out as to like intersect with Dr. Joe's world, we can work that in.
I do want to remind us
her backstory is ever growing. We never know.
You rolled really well on knowledge of Mama, and there was some jokes that Mama was an ex or something because you rolled really well on that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Both Mackenzie and Callie rolled really well on that.
Uh-huh. Like you all were a throuple was the joke.
Oh, yeah.
A polycule.
Polycule the villain.
Yes, I guess I can only think of if there's any information I can remember about Mama, I guess, since I kind of maybe know her. I don't know. Also, I'm very sorry about the motorcycles outside my door if you can hear them.
All right. I will. Their time is actually compressing, so the 20 that you took for investigating cryogenics, that's spent. You can roll an additional computers check to try to find out more information about Meltdown Scrappers.
You knew what I was going to ask before I even did it.
I got this.
Oof.
Okay.
Fantasy Grounds just wants to kill me.
Yeah. You put the information into Spoogle. You're not really seeing much else. You see that Meltdown Scrappers owns a place called The Meltdown, a scrapyard and recycling center open to the public only a few days a week. And the scrapyard is also listed in a local business directory as a pawn shop. And that's the information you can find.
Okay.
Isra, you're head of security around here. Can you get any better information? And I just want to look at Nib's face to see what happens.
Nib is engrossed in the computer right now.
Isra just like nods quickly, like, let me consult my knowledge from security. And can I do like a culture check just to see if I've heard scuttlebutt about that company in general, rather than looking it up?
Sure, I will give you the same DCs for the computer check.
15 and 7 is 22.
So 22. So you know that the previous owner was a human named Sharik Le Pradeur. You're welcome.
Yep, that's how it should be said.
No. They died several years ago. Sharik left the business to someone named Throsh Ved.
You know, I seem to recall information about the business being transferred to a Throsh Ved not too long ago. Unfortunately, that is all that I recall.
Anyone can do a subsequent search on that information.
Computers?
Sure.
I have a +3. Anyone got better?
No.
A
I'm
+6.
trained.
Come on, Dr. Joe.
All right, I'll do a Google search. Jeez.
Oof.
I'm so glad you're helping me. Oh, I rolled a 2.
4 and a
Never
2.
mind.
Oh my gosh.
You said his name was Tash?
No. Throsh.
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 Okay.
Ved.
No relation.
Sorry, I that's why I was like, wait, there's a thread here. As I'm
Or
frantically
Throsh.
flipping back through my notes.
There's no getting away from the rolls.
Nice.
Ooh. Let's see here.
17 plus
23
6.
though.
I will
Nice.
give you the help with Dr. Joe rolling. Because Dr. Joe just made a help roll at that. So let's say that happened. The information that you found with doing basically news articles pop up with Meltdown and Throshved, it shows headlines saying, gang activity and bloodshots involved. Mama Throsh, whose members are primarily Akeshtis. The bloodshots are suspects of smuggling and larceny, especially of vehicles and equipment the scrapyard can recycle.
Specifically says Mama.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely looks like we should investigate this scrapyard. It seems Mama's directly connected to it.
As soon as you are like kind of find out this information, Nib pokes her head up. She says, "Oh no. A lot of data is missing.
Missing?
Missing.
Not copied?
No, missing. Everything regarding the scouting missions in the solar atmosphere around the far portal, survey work, all gone. And we haven't even had the chance to review any of these findings."
Specifically regarding the far portal?
Yeah. You've done so much for us, but you're the most capable, and we have credits. Can you go find our data?
There's no one higher than level 3 in this.
That's literally had like any RPG be like, you're like level 1, and they're like, you, the most powerful people in the world, level 1 adventurers. You have to be the
Unlimited
ones
potential.
to defeat the dragon.
Or perhaps we go to cryogenerics then. I think we do. Some of us do need to rest.
That makes sense. And one of the security officers comes in and leans down, hands Nib a data pad reporting things, and walks out. Oh, it looks like some of the mineral cases were broken into. Were you able to find the samples?
We were.
We
have a
found
bunch of those.
some.
Oh, well, that's marvelous.
Aren't those ours now?
The backpacks they were in
Yeah.
are ours now. I feel like there's just like the bodies strewn around, and then wherever, once we got all the backpacks off, you just see the minerals like next to the bodies as we were emptying out the backpacks to put our stuff in it.
That sounds like us.
Yeah. Well, and plus we're not going to steal something that we were able to tell from looking at it was already being stolen.
I mean,
I look at Dr. Joe. Really?
We have no evidence that Dr. Joe steals money.
But maybe
Exactly.
rocks. Valuable
No,
rocks.
still rocks.
Let's be-
Nib hands over.
I have so much money in royalties coming towards me, probably. Mechanically on paper in Starfinder, I don't have a lot of money. But theoretically, I make royalties.
I love it. Okay. Sorry.
That is Dr. Joe's real secret.
Nib turns to...
She's broke.
Nib turns to Yzra. Here's the gratuity for all of you and your team's efforts. And she hands you a data pad with credit transfer for 1,500 credits.
I'm the team leader now. This is
You
exciting.
do have the captain post it.
Thank you. We will pursue the next course of action to find what has happened to the data.
You know how important this data is to the DCI, and I don't have to impress that upon you. All of this, such a mess. Thank you again.
Isra lays like a comforting tentacle on the shoulder and says, "We'll do our best. Remember, I'm part of the DCI too, and I believe in its purpose."
I'm grateful that this team has been able to work with you, and you've been able to work with them. All right, so you all rest. So heal yourselves up.
Is it a short rest?
No, this will it depends. Do you want only a short rest? Do you want to take a longer rest? What do y'all want to do? The information's all tied to a bubble of the burning archipelago called Corona. And the only way to get to Corona from where you're at are using line crawlers.
Oh boy.
So no GD hoopty. Got it.
No GD hoopty.
It's like an hour transit, not.
Yeah, about. So if you would like a longer rest, you'll have to take it at the DCI.
So, I mean, how long on the line crawler is the journey from Asana Town to Corona?
Let me pull up a map. Because
the journey itself could count as a short rest.
Right.
And then Mackenzie can use her fun feature and I can get
Look
some
alive,
of my stamina
people.
back.
Yeah.
It's like, please, stamina. Yeah, it went for broke.
Yeah. Boot to the throat. Goodness.
Yeah, it's going to be not too long of a journey. It would take about an hour, though.
Long enough for a short rest.
Yep. Okay. So you make your way through the line crawler. You are in this solar tube. You see the sun below you is kind of shielded. With some of the light is shielded, but it's still fairly bright. You make it into Corona, and you see that the hues of light are very different here. Like something is going on with the solar shielding. And as soon as the doors open up on the line crawler, a wet heat envelops the car as it opens. It's very, very hot.
What does Look Alive do for us, Mackenzie?
So basically, she gave you all a very wonderful Look Alive speech, and you have a +2 bonus to perception and initiative checks for the next hour.
Oh, nice. What would that speech look like? Like, what would Dr. Jones say?
No,
in
I
that
don't
line
want to.
call? Yes.
Improv.
Do it.
I'm tired. She's not feeling great, and she uses her resolve to just maintain her stamina, and she takes a deep breath, and she's like, "All right, people, we're on our way. We gotta look alive. We gotta be our best. We gotta work together. And even though we haven't known each other for a very long time, I believe in us. Well, we don't know each other. You know what I mean. I believe in us, and I believe that you are all working towards your best selves. And I can see inside of you the strength that spills out that will beat the asses of these people who have stolen from our darling little Nibsy, who I care about for weird reasons. But we're going to do this. I believe in you all. I think you're all beautiful. That's another thing. And she just sort of starts complimenting kind of just random things about every single person. And to the point where she's at a certain point, not even helping. She's just ranting. to hear herself speak. And but for somehow you all feel a little bit like maybe it gives you a laugh and it makes you feel a little bit better. Or maybe you're looking away so much that's why your perception's better. I have no clue. But everyone is now a little bit more on the jump and a little bit more perceptive.
You know, she makes us feel better about our interrupted sleep.
Yes.
Awesome.
And this was supposed to be some downtime after like a very busy 24 hours of liberating an entire sphere of the archipelago. And now we're off to another one. And it's like the minute we step off and it's like humid, I'm checking if this is normal. Was that a culture check, Kenny?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I help?
Roll to see if we're going to die.
I can't.
Ooh. Hey. So that makes it a dirty 20.
You know that you've heard that when going to Corona that you need to take extra precaution because the solar bubble is not as strong as the other solar bubbles. It's malfunctioning. And sometimes
We should not be the ones to try to fix it with these rolls. Is all I'm saying.
Sometimes just a little solar flare comes
Well,
through and
if
incinerates
it's
everything.
it's like if it's a known issue,
yeah,
we're not going to fix it.
It's a known thing. This is something that happens in Corona.
Okay. That's what I wanted to establish because the last time we got off a line crawler and weirdness happened, we were required to fix it in order to complete our mission. So
No, this is something that this is just Corona. Oh no, it's just Corona.
Is there a shop around where we get off?
Well, so as soon as you get off, you see
amazing.
Huh? Oh, yes. Sorry.
As we exit
Sorry.
the line crawler, is
There
there a
we
place
go.
where I can purchase spell gems?
You do see a map, and the nearest shopping center is called the Brass Bazaar.
So
That's why they sounded familiar. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, the player just is like
I think maybe we want to go to the Brass Bazaar and pick up some spell gems of Life Bubble, so that this is a little less horrific.
I thought you could cast that on all
I
of us.
did before the update.
Oh.
It is no longer a thing that Thrawny can do unless they use a spell gem. It's not in my spell
Got
list.
patched out.
It was
I swear to God, I thought you had done it after we started the AP, but
They
I-
only updated in Fantasy Grounds when we started book 2 a little bit before. So all of book 1, I was just going
using
with
the
cheating.
Yeah. You weren't cheating. You were using the test material.
So true.
You were using the beta.
So at any rate, I
Anyway.
do know about this spell from that reality line, but
There
the
we go.
new reality stream, I no longer have it. But I think
Okay.
it would be useful to us.
Okay. I suppose we could get more ammunition while we're there.
We had
I'm always for more grenades.
Oh, well, fair enough. Yes, Dr. Joe could probably use some as well.
I love grenades.
So
And maybe Yzra can actually get a weapon that she can use?
Isra has noodles, and with noodles, every weapon will become my weapon.
And you do still have the knife.
Yeah, I still can stab somebody.
We
Can
could
we
get you
just-
some throwing knives.
Just curl
Can we
up a
just
whole bunch of them.
retcon that we did the shopping?
No, we'll just get a band to go around your helmet. We'll just add a
Yes.
magnetic strip to the helmet,
Okay, I like it.
like a knife rack.
But they're all pointing up so that your noodles
Yes!
don't actually get cut. That's adorable. Can we just retcon that we did the shopping at the DCI gift shop and got grenades and ammo and spell
A part of this AP is the flavor of the Brass Bazaar.
Oh, never mind. Well, let us just go to the Brass Bazaar.
The flavor and the history of the Brass Bazaar.
Does it include our prior experience there from season
It
1?
was a while ago, I think. I think that was a long while ago.
So
For any listeners who may not have listened to
Yes.
season 1 and tuned in for season 2, or our players who were not here for season 1, there was a bombing at the Brass Bazaar
Yes.
by our BBEG of that particular campaign.
So I think entering in the Brass Bazaar, you do see a plaque dedicated to those whose lives were lost.
Not those who saved them? No, wait.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness, no.
Thank you all for joining us today. Let us do our sign-offs, and we will begin at the very end with Kelrick.
Hello, I am Kelrick. You can find me on Twitter at Cormallon. That's CORMALLON. I also monitor the at EQ Points Twitter. And I do this, and on alternating Sundays from Starfinder, I narrate the Cumanera podcast that we do, which is with Kenny and a few other people who are totally awesome. It's really fun. And that's what I'm doing right now.
Fantastic. Thanks, Kelrick. Mackenzie.
Am I muted? I'm not muted. Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I am on the social media at Mackenzie Wilkes, and I'm here every other Saturday, as well as on Wednesdays I do Rise of the Demigods, twitch.tv/godsfall. We might be shifting to live stuff, more live stuff instead of pre-filmed, so stay tuned for that. I also do podcasts called Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice and Dungeon Wives. And for non-D&D things, I am doing a very feral, silly, gay rewatch podcast of Desperate Housewives with my friend Liz, where we just talk about these older women and their dramatic lives, and I am having the time of my life. So if you want some non-D&D content or non-TTRPG content, swing over there to Desperate House Dykes. Which I always forget to say the name. But yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. Thanks, Mackenzie. Kelly.
That name is so good. I'm Callie. You can find me on Twitter at TheGriefMop. When I'm not here with the lovely folks at EQP, I have a podcast, Roll to Fail Pod, which is every other Monday. We're currently doing an Into the Odd arc, and it's pretty good, I hope. And you can check that out. And then that's all that I'm currently working on, which is a nice balance for me.
Nice. Thanks, Callie. And Steph.
I'm Steph. You can find me on the Twitter at Steph_Bard. And when I'm not here rolling dice, I am on my podcast, Film Fatales. We're going to be coming back soon in June, which I'm excited for our first episode. I think this comes out before we announce what we're watching. So just kind of keep look at Fatale's cast social medias for hints as to what we're doing for Pride Month.
Nice.
Fantastic. Thank you, Steph. And again, my name is Kenny. You can find me on Twitter at PunderDrone. When I am not trying to kill my players with solar flares, I am playing Hillian on Cumanera, who is an earnest Jack who howls at the moon and turns into a deliciously amazing were-rabbit. Outside of that, don't have much else going on. Just living life. Saying that, it's very important that everyone pays attention to what's going on right now, speaks out, Black Lives Matter, and anyone else who says anything else, use your privilege and have that conversation. Don't close your eyes. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you for listening to ExQueerience Points Starfinder. If you're looking for more TTRPG podcasts in your life, we recommend checking out our sister podcast, Roll to Fail. They are 6 friends who have no business behind the mic or rolling dice. If you like what we create, then you should check out Cumanera, an adventure utilizing Numenera, releases every other Friday. This unlikely team is working for the Order of Truth to help communities under the influence of the strange and weird effects of Numenera. You can easily find it and all other recent episodes of our shows on our website, ExQueeriencePoints.com.
Hello and welcome to St. Fleur, where the city is modern, the fantasy is urban, and the faction politics are at an all-time high. Join us in Shadows of St. Fleur as we follow the wizard, Alistair Lockwood.
Regret to inform you, I'm not a wizard. I am a master of the arcane arts.
The scholar, Jeremiah Roderick Crawford.
I'm an earl, you know. And you're a baron. Those words carry some weight.
The wolf, Victor Margaret.
Victor stands on the bridge in the cold. Fuck.
The fae who is known only as Silk.
Do we know if this was a standard mugging?
And the vamp, Alex Giroux.
Quite, because the first time the door opens, I'm going to push her out.
Through their experience in the city. Shadows of St. Fleur is an Urban Shadows actual play podcast with a majority LGBTQ+ cast playing characters finding their way through faction politics, all in pursuit of their own individual goals. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts.